Hello. Cache memory mapping is one of the important topics in computer organization and architecture. Now, basically, what is cache memory mapping? It is actually loading of the content of main memory into cache memory. Actually, loading doesn't mean here moving the elements of main memory to cache memory. Just copying the content of main memory and dumping or loading the copy or replica of the content of the main memory into cache memory for processing purpose. Now, for example, our main memory is divided into 4096 number of segments or parts. 4096 number of segments or parts. The counting starts from 0. If the first part starts with 0, the last part will be 4095. So total count will be 4096. Each part is called a page. Each part is called a page. So there are 4096 number of pages by which a main memory is divided. For example, let's take this example just to analyze the mapping. Now the main memory is divided into 4096 number of pages from 0th page to 4095th page. Okay, we have in the main memory. The cache memory we take as an example of 128 frames. The cache memory is divided into frames and main memory is divided into pages. In our example, this main memory is divided into 4096 number of pages and the cache memory is divided into 128 number of frames. Okay, so the counting starts from 0, the last frame will be 127, total will be 128. So now each page of the main memory is divided into 16 locations. Similarly, each frame in the cache memory is divided into 16 locations as well. So the number of locations a page is divided into is same as the number of locations a frame is divided into. Okay. Now the thing is that, so total 4095 number of pages in the main memory, each page is divided into 16 locations. So there are, in this example, there are total number of memory location is 409596 multiplied by 16, that is 2 to the power 12 multiplied by 2 to the power 4 equal to 2 to the power 16. So total memory locations, total number of memory locations is 2 to the power 16. So as we know, 16-bit addressing is required. So 16-bit is required to address each and every location in a given page. Each location in a given page. Okay. In certain page, a certain location to address, we require 16 bits, where 12 bits is required for addressing the page number, because there are 4096 means 2 to the power 12 number of pages in our example. Okay, so 12 bits are required to address a page number, and 2 to the power 4, 16 locations. 16 means 2 to the power 4, so 4 bits are required to address a particular location in a given page. Okay. So total 16-bit is used, 16-bit addressing is required for to address a main memory location in our example. So 16-bit is divided into two parts, 12-bit bits used to address a page number and 4 bits used to address a particular location in a given page. 4 bits, total 16 bits. Total there are 16 bits to address this memory, this main memory. 12 bits is actually denoting the page number. It's required to address the page number. 4 bits is called page offset. 4 bit is called page offset, and it is required to address a particular location in a certain given page of the main memory, right? In case of cache memory, we have total 128 number of frames, where each frame is having 16 locations. So total 2 to the power 7 is 128 multiplied by 2 to the power 4. So it is 2 to the power 11. So 11 bits are used to address a cache, particular location of a cache frame. Total 2 to the power 11 number of locations are there in the cache memory, in our cache memory in this particular example. So 11 bits are used to address a particular location in a cache frame. So total 11 bits addressing is required in this cache memory, 11 bit addressing, where 7 bits are frame number, bits used to represent a frame number, and 4 bits used to represent the frame offset. The frame number, frame offset. 4 bit is used to represent frame offset. Here 4 bit is used to represent page offset. Same. 12 bits is used to represent the page number. Here 7 bits is used to represent the frame number. So in this way, the cache memory and main memory contrast, we can say comparison of the cache memory and main memory is being done as a basis of this discussion. Now see, we have in our example 128 number of frames in a given cache memory in this example, and 4096 number of pages in this particular example of the main memory. So let's divide main memory in such a way so that each segment is compatible with the cache memory at a time. Each segment should be compatible with the cache memory. As we know here, the number of locations in main memory page is same as the number of location in cache memory frame. Why so? Because to accommodate the page, so that the page can be loaded in a particular page of the main memory, can easily be loaded in a frame of the cache memory, can easily be accommodated in the frame of the cache memory, if and only if the location, the number of locations in each page is equal to the number of location in each frame. If there is a difference in the number of locations in cache, in the main memory's page and the cache memory's frame, if there is a difference, then the data existing in the cache memory, main memory page, is not be able to be loaded in the cache memory's frame. So the number of locations in a particular certain page of a main memory should be equal to the number of locations in a frame of a cache memory. Okay. Now see here also, the content of the main memory is mapped to the cache memory or will be loaded to the cache memory is possible only when the main memory is divided into some segments in such a way so that each segment represents a size of a cache memory. So cache memory starts from 0 to 127, 128 frames in the cache memory we have in our example. Similarly, each segment we divided in 32 segments. Because why 32 segments? Because total number of pages are 4096 in the main memory divided by total number of frames in the cache memory is 128. If I divide 4096 by 128, we get 32. Simple. So 32 segments by which the main memory can be divided so that each segment should be compatible with the cache memory frames. Each segment of the main memory should have 128 pages, and our example, in this example, the cache memory is having 128 frames. So number of pages in each segment should be equal to the number of frames in the cache memory so that they can be compatible. For this reason actually it is divided by 32 parts, 32 segments. Each segment is called a block. Each segment is called a block. Each segment is called a block of the main memory. Each segment of the main memory is called a block of the main memory. Now how the mapping is carried out? For example, if 128, suppose, now what happened? Any page in the main memories belong to certain block. Can be any page, a single page, any page in a certain block can be loaded, can be mapped to the cache memory's frame, can be loaded in the frame of the cache memory, into the frame of the cache memory. Okay. Now the direct mapping, the main aspect is, by looking at the page in the main memory, one can easily conclude that to which frame of the cache memory it is going to be loaded. By seeing the page of the main memory, one can easily conclude that in which frame of the cache memory it is going to be loaded. How? Because as we see, 128 is a page of the first row of the main memory or 0th row of the main memory. So we can say the 128 should be loaded into the 0th frame of the cache memory. Should be loaded in the 0th frame of the cache memory, and it is taken from the block number 1, which is represented by the tag number 1. So tag number represents the block number from where a page is taken from the main memory and loaded into the cache memory. Okay. Now see, for the second, the 1 is taken from the second row, that is 1th row. 0th row, 1th row. This 1 is taken from the 1th row. So we can say that it should be loaded in the frame number 1 of the cache memory. So it is loaded in the frame number 1 in the cache memory. Similarly, 386. Now 1 is taken from the frame number, 1 is taken from the block number 0. 1 is taken from the block number 0. So this block number 0 is represented by the tag number 0. So tag number is nothing but the block number from where a particular page is taken from the main memory and being loaded to the cache memories, certain frame. Now see, 386 is a page in the third row of the main memory, means 0th, 1th, 2th row of the main memory, 386. So by seeing it, we can say easily that it should be loaded into the second frame of the cache memory, 2th frame of the cache memory. Okay, 2th frame of the cache memory, 386 is loaded. Okay, so now this 386 is taken from the block number 3, and block number 3 is represented by tag number 3. So tag 3 shows the block from where a particular page is being taken. Okay, so similarly 4095 is placed in the 127th row of the main memory in these segments, in this structure, 127th row. So we can say 127th frame to which 4095 is to be loaded, is to be mapped with. Now 4095 is taken from the block number 31, and block number 31 is represented by the tag 31. Tag 31 representing the block 31 in the main memory. So in this way, we can say the direct mapping, by seeing the content of the page, by seeing the page number, we can say to which frame of the cache memory it is going to be loaded. And very importantly, it is worth noting that any page in a certain row, can be loaded into the corresponding frame of the cache memory, but one page at one time. Suppose 128 can be loaded in the cache memory, 0th frame, 256 can be loaded in the cache memory, 0th frame, 384 also can be loaded in the cache memory, 0th frame, 3968 page can be loaded in the cache memory, 0th frame. Similarly, for example, 386 can be loaded in the cache memory's 2th frame, 130 can be loaded in the cache memory's 2th frame, 2 itself can be loaded in the cache memory's 2th frame. So any page in a certain row can be loaded to the corresponding frame of the cache memory. Any page. Okay. Now so, this is the way actually the direct mapping is occurred. This is the way the direct mapping is occurred. Any page of the main memory is loaded into the corresponding frame of the cache memory and taken from a certain block, okay, represented by the tag number. So this is the way the direct mapping is carried out. And this is the logic by which we can easily conclude which page of the main memory is going to be loaded in which frame of the cache memory. Thank you.